Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be doing the Other World Tarot spread. So today is going to be a couple different messages from different spiritual entities. So we're going to be getting messages from the spirit animal world. We're going to be getting messages from your ancestors, from your spiritual team, as well as from the Fae and nature spirits. I did have another deck that I plan to use for this reading, but it's not here yet and the show must go on. So I just decided that I'll use that deck in some of your future readings coming up because it's still very fitting for the season. So anyway, please keep in mind that these are general readings. They may not resonate for everyone. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, it doesn't matter what your placement is. This is a collective reading. So if you feel drawn to this, and there will be a message in it for you, no matter what sign you are. If my messages resonate for you and you like my reading style, feel free to schedule a personal reading with me through the information in the description box below. Okay, so we're going to start this off by getting some messages from our spirit animals. So we're going to be tapping into what type of spirit animals could be supporting us at this time. Okay. What are the spirit animals supporting us at this time, please? What spirit animals have a message for my collective today? Spirit animals that have a message for my collective today. Okay, first up, we have the Swallow. And this card says hope and harmony. So the Swallow is asking us here to remain calm, to remain patient in a situation that maybe requires us to wait, a situation that requires us to maybe see the brighter side of things. There's definitely a situation here that maybe you've been worrying about, or you've been very concerned about whether or not a situation is going to come into balance, whether or not a situation is going to come true the way you see it. And I feel like the Swallow spirit is asking us to just trust in the process, to trust in our manifestations, and to believe that as long as we are working towards what we truly want with our heart space being very genuine, then it is definitely going to be for us. So I feel like some of us have really been worrying about the future. Some of us have really been worrying about just certain things that maybe feel a little bit out of balance right now, and we kind of want to bring that back into balance. And this is actually very fitting because today is the solar eclipse in Libra, and harmony and balance are two of the archetypes associated with Libra. So I really do feel like this new moon is bringing out a lot of maybe subconscious fears that we may have, and also our subconscious hopes that we also have for similar situations. So this is all about looking at the bright side of things. Any other spirit animals that have a message for my collective, please? Any other spirit animals? We have the kangaroo with progress and care. So I'm getting a lot of feminine energy with both of these cards. I feel like with the kangaroo being here, this is definitely a situation, like I was saying, that takes time. This is a situation that takes effort. Whatever you're worrying about, whatever you are thinking about, hoping to come true, I feel like you guys have been making progress day by day. This is not something that can happen overnight, but like I was saying, as long as you put your heart and soul into something, as long as you have the right intention and the right action towards something, as long as your actions and intentions align, I feel like everything is going to be okay here. I definitely do see us making progress in our personal healing, our creative journey, our careers, our relationships. So this is all about just, again, just trusting the process. Yeah, at the back we have the moth here. So change and dreams. This is about some sort of big change happening in our lives, our dreams coming true. And I feel like this is what we're moving towards. Any other messages, please, from these spirit animals? Thank you. We have the swan with self-love and purity. So again, we get another animal with feminine energy. I feel like this is coming through to remind us that... Yeah, hold on a second. Let me sit on this one. I'm hearing that this is a situation that requires us to stay authentic, that requires us to, once again, just trust in the process. I feel like this is something where it's like, you know, when you wait for something for a long time, or when you're kind of working towards a goal and you're not there yet, and you're kind of tempted to just throw in the towel, or you're tempted to try it a different way. I feel like this is a situation that calls for us to just continue the course, to just follow what we are doing, not necessarily having to change anything, but just trusting in who we are and how our own authentic energies and our own authentic expression attracts things to us. And this is also an energy of giving to yourself, right? So if you're not getting something that you want externally, this is an energy of reminding yourself that you know yourself best and that you can always pour into yourself while you're waiting for some sort of manifestation to come through. Again, this is just like a feminine energy that I'm getting about not necessarily being passive in a situation, but allowing things to unfold naturally and understanding that if we want something to be, holy shit, I don't know if you guys heard that, but the candle just flickered. You can probably barely see it. It just flickered and it made like a bubbling noise with the wax that's already melted in there. So that's definitely a confirmation. Yeah, I really do feel like this is something that you gotta just trust. You gotta just follow the course. You have to continue to take care of yourself even. If you guys have been neglecting your health, your personal matters, definitely don't do that. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you don't lose sight of what you are working towards. Yeah, at the back we have the Viper. So we have a little bit of, I like to think of the Viper as masculine, although I do feel that snakes are feminine. But the Viper, in this case, we see fear and healing. So there could even be some sort of fear that some of us have tied up to something that we are wishing towards or something that we want to fix within ourselves. This is definitely something about the self, something about needing to be patient with ourselves and our healing process and not being afraid to look at the things that maybe make us feel triggered or scared. I feel like this is something where we really have to just, yeah, I'm just getting just trust. I'm still getting the same message. Just trust, do what you need to do the work. Don't be afraid to yeah, for someone here, there's definitely an energy of having to kind of work through something very traumatic or having to work through insecurities that you may have about the future or about yourself, even about your own identity. And I feel like the more that you are compassionate and patient with yourself and the more that you try to look at your situation from the lens of love and compassion, that it's going to be a lot easier. So instead of judging yourself, instead of criticizing yourself, I feel like you're supposed to be a little bit more open and patient with yourself here. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to pull out the tarot and we're going to pull 4 different cards. So these are going to be the different messages. Number 1 is going to be omens, so our current encounters with the other world, which is essentially our current encounters with the spiritual world. We're also going to get a card for the magic unfolding in our lives right now, and then we're going to be getting a message from our ancestors and our spirit team. And I have my haunted cat tarot here to assist, so very fitting for the season as well. Cats are naturally very psychic and intuitive, so I feel like this is just very fitting for this reading. Okay, so let's take a look. Starting with number 1, omens. What is the collective's current encounters with the other world, with the spirit world? Oh, I just missed it. Okay, we'll take this one. I'm gonna leave them face down for right now. Okay. What is the magic unfolding in my collective's life right now? What is the magic unfolding in our everyday lives? What is the current magic? Thank you. Okay. And then we have here a message from our ancestors. Okay, that was quick. And then a message from our spirit team. Message from our spirit team. Thank you. I feel like this one wants to be here too, so I'll take 2 for that one. Okay. So back of the deck, we have the 9 of Wands. So this is actually an interesting energy coming through. I feel like this is an energy of kind of being afraid of what's on the other side, or being afraid to access maybe certain spiritual gifts that we have. We see a cat actually wearing like, it's either like a bandage, maybe he was hurt, or a bandana or something like that. I'm getting definitely more of a bandage energy. I feel like this is an energy of maybe some of us have been through something when it comes to the other side, maybe some of us have been through some sort of spiritual warfare, or we've been hurt, or we've been kind of frightened in a situation. Some of us, some of you could be afraid of your own gifts, or you could just be afraid of what you'll encounter. Maybe you guys just feel like, I'm literally hearing someone say like, why would I mess with the other side if I'm already like dealing with shit in the real world? So I don't know, it's definitely an energy here of like kind of being apprehensive, kind of being afraid to open that up, kind of being afraid to tap into that energy. So let's take a look. What are our current encounters with the other side? We have the Page of Swords. So yeah, I mean, whether or not you fall on this spectrum of kind of being afraid or unsure what you're gonna encounter, maybe some of you might not even be able to trust the signs that you're getting, because yeah, I feel like with the Fool being right underneath this, the Page of Swords, I definitely feel that a lot of us are very curious. A lot of us have been maybe studying about how to connect with the other side, or trying different methods to do so. I definitely feel a very childlike energy, very curious energy. And actually, I'm also getting from the other side, I feel like they are also very intrigued with us. So whoever you have been trying to connect to, I feel like they are also very interested by you. They're very curious about you. I might clarify this one, but let me sit on it for a moment. Yeah, I definitely feel if you've been trying to connect like through mediumship, or if you've been trying to connect to, let's say, just general spirits that you may encounter in your everyday life, this is not really giving me like something that you're attached to. This is more so something that you're trying to learn about. So let's say you've been trying to work with divination, or you've been trying to just connect with spirits in general in different locations. This is definitely coming through as like they're very like curious about you too. It's like they want you to connect with them. They want you to discover. I feel like this is where connecting with the other side gets a bad rap, and obviously it should always be approached with respect, always. But I feel like there's an energy here of like some of us, it's like some of you guys could be afraid to connect through mediumship or through your gifts, because maybe you've been told certain things, or some of us still carry a lot of fear from religious fear mongering from the way that we grew up. And I feel like this is just a reminder for me to let you guys know that most of the spirits on the other side, like maybe like 98-99% of them, they're very fond of us. They're very curious about us too, and usually they like to play around with us. They could be very friendly. Sometimes they could be a little playful. Definitely, I'm definitely getting a playful energy with whoever you're connecting to. But I feel like this is kind of just letting you know that there's nothing to be afraid of with whoever you're connecting to, as long as you are putting up spiritual boundaries, as long as you know what you're doing, and as long as you are approaching the spiritual world with respect. There is definitely a respect that needs to be taken, a respectful approach here. So it's kind of like you want to approach these energies the same way that maybe you would talk to your children. Maybe that's not a good example, because some people are very abusive to their children, but with this Page of Swords, I just get like a childlike energy. So it's like you need to approach them very lightheartedly. You need to talk to them as if you would just talk to, like, I don't know, the barista at Starbucks, you know? Like, you don't need to make a big deal out of it. You don't need to do anything crazy, but just be respectful. Yeah. Yes, it's like a mutual curiosity. It's like almost like whoever you're trying to connect to, they're like, yes, like talk to me. You're almost there. Just bond with me. Kind of like that. I think I'm gonna get a clarifier. Clarify the Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords. Okay, we have the Hierophant and we have the Devil. Okay, and then we have at the back the Ace of Wands. Yes, so as I was saying, we need to always approach the other side with respect. So for some of you guys, I will say that there is a need to put up more spiritual boundaries to make sure that you are, like, if you're trying to connect to the angels, make sure you say that. If you're trying to connect to the Fae, make sure you say that. There's something here about like trickster spirits coming through to maybe mess with you. And a lot of the time, if you're very new to mediumship, spirituality, connecting to the other side, a lot of the spirits like to get a kick out of making fun of us or making us afraid in a sense. But this is definitely nothing to be afraid of, but it does come with a little bit of a warning, in which I am getting to just make sure that you are very much clarifying who you want to connect to. Make sure that you are clarifying your own boundaries, and make sure that you're not doing anything that you feel uncomfortable with, because there's this duality here that I'm seeing of being able to connect to positive energies, but as well being able to connect to those lower vibrational energies if you're not being careful, if you're not putting up boundaries. And like I said, this is not anything like of imminent danger. This is just to be sure who you're connecting to, because you could always pull in an energy that you might not be so fond of, or an energy that could be very hard to get rid of. So just be very aware, very mindful of who you are trying to connect to, because the other side, like I said, it's not a game to be played. It's not funny, it's very serious, and they deserve respect as much as we do. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so next one. Passing the veil. What is the magic unfolding in our lives right now? We have the Eight of Swords. Okay. There's something that you guys could be working through when it comes to your headspace. Trusting your intuition again. I feel like some of you guys, there's something about like you not being able to either think clearly or not being able to make a decision clearly right now. I might have to clarify this one. I feel like also with these moons coming up, just the different, the different moon phases around this cat, I really feel like maybe what's happening is this long-term change over time. And I was picking up on this over here with the spirit animal cards. There's this energy of nothing really happening like overnight, but something that takes a little bit of time. So maybe the magic here is actually that it's going to take maybe a couple weeks, a couple months for something to manifest here, whatever you are working on, whatever you're worried about when it comes to your future, whatever magic you have manifested. And I feel like maybe with this Eight of Swords being here, it's like, oh, it's not here yet, or oh, I don't see anything changing. But it's like, think of the moon phases, right? Every 2 weeks we have either a new or full moon, and it takes a month from each new moon to the next new moon, and then a full moon to the next full moon. So there's something here about gradual change, or something here about gradual things happening in your life that are kind of leading up to that magical moment, but it's not like one crazy spark of something. So let's see. Clarify the Eight of Swords, please. Okay, Eight of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So for a lot of you, this has to do with someone that you have on your mind, possibly a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, someone that you had a lot of love for. We have the Ten of Wands at the back. So for some of you guys, you kind of feel like you're getting nowhere fast when it comes to either a relationship or someone that you really have your sights set on. And like I said, same energy. I do see this person in their feminine energy. I do see them very receptive. But like I said, there's this energy of maybe not trusting yourself, or with this Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's like you could be in this energy of still trying to get things off the ground. Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands, you could still be in this energy of trying to pursue something, or trying to launch something, or maybe you're putting the finishing touches on something. And it really feels like this is something that's kind of, well, happening over time. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, if you guys are at the Ten of Wands going towards the Ace of Wands and then the Ace of Cups, yeah, beautiful energies. It's like you are at the end of a cycle. The Ten of Wands is the end of a cycle. When you reach the Ten of Wands, the only next step here is the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new cycle. And I do see that this is tied up to love, or something that you're very passionate about. So I do feel like you guys are almost at that finish line. You guys have gone through many moon phases, maybe trying to work through something or to get caught up on something. And I feel like it's almost time. You guys are almost there, definitely. Okay. Yeah, so it's like overall the magic that's unfolding in your life is that every day has magic. There's magic in every single moment, every single thing. Going back to this Ten of Wands, every single thing that you've worked on, every single thing that you have put energy into and effort into, it's going to pay off with this new cycle. So when you think that maybe you're not getting anything done, or when you think that what you're doing is pointless, try to find something in every single day that kind of shows like, yes, I'm improving. I've done one more thing than I did yesterday. I'm moving forward. So there's something like that coming through. Okay, so next up we have a message, right? Yeah, message from our ancestors. So we have the Seven of Wands. So again, we have this energy of being a little bit apprehensive, being a little bit afraid, possibly even holding ourselves back from something. So it's like an energy here of really wanting something, but then also being afraid to pursue it, or being afraid to take a chance, I really like this card because it kind of shows this cat kind of up in the cliffs or up in the mountains, and he's kind of looking down as if he's spying on something, or he's waiting for the right time to do something. So I feel like some of you guys could be hiding out. Some of you guys could be waiting for a chance to kind of come out of this comfort zone you've been in. Yeah, it's like I feel like your spirit team is asking you to maybe wait for the right time. I'm going to clarify this as well. Can we clarify, please, this 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands? Some of you guys are waiting. Like, you're definitely waiting for something. Page of Pentacles here. Some of you guys, it's like you'd rather have something come towards you than you go towards it. With the Page of Pentacles, Chariot, Temperance. It's like this energy, if you're connecting with a person, or if, yeah, it's like, especially if this is a relationship, or if you're connecting to a person, or this is definitely something that has to do with somebody in your life, because there's this energy of like, should I go for it, or like, should they come towards me? Page of Pentacles, Chariot, Temperance. It's like you guys are trying to bide your time. You guys are trying to wait to see if someone is going to approach you, but at the same time, I feel like there's this angelic presence, there's this ancestral presence over this situation that is kind of telling you to take a chance, to move forward with the Chariot. It's almost like nothing here is going to change if somebody doesn't do something, you know, is what I'm getting from this. Someone here is definitely waiting. Someone here is definitely a little afraid. We have the Empress, 2 of Cups. So for some of you guys, this literally has to do with a relationship, someone that you are waiting for, or someone that you want to pursue, but it's like no one's doing anything about it. And I really feel like your ancestors are telling you, like, you can do what you want in this situation, you can wait for the situation, but it's almost like it would be better if someone does something about this. Okay, can we get one more clarification for the 3 of Wands? Yeah, 9 of Cups. It's like this is going to make you happy. So it's like your ancestors are saying here, 4 of Wands, why are you holding yourself back from something that would make you very happy, and something that would actually bring you a lot of stability and happiness and celebration into your life? This is literally like celebration energy. This is like, yes, like I have reached a milestone. I have pursued something that is going to make me very happy. There could even be like some sort of party or proposal or graduation or something like that. It's like maybe you're afraid to invite somebody, whoa, or you're like afraid to talk to somebody or something. But I do see it leading to a lot of happiness and stability, a lot of more trust in yourself. Yeah, again, to the 2 of Cups. This leads to, I heard 2 happy campers. I also heard happy squirrels. If you guys know any of those tarot decks where there's like a happy squirrel, I heard that too. So there's something about like maybe 2 energies feeling the same way, and someone here kind of needs to take that chance. The Empress again, and we have the 4 of Cups and the Empress again. So yeah, it's like someone here is getting bored of waiting. It could be you or the Empress energy. You could be the Empress energy, but there's definitely some feminine energy here. Okay, so a message from your spirit team. So your spirit team are the spirit guides that are with you that are not a part of your direct bloodline. They're not your ancestors, but they are assigned to assist you. They are assigned to help you out in different stages of your life here. So they are part of your group. So we have the Page of Wands and we have the Hermit. It's kind of the same energy. It's like this energy is telling me that you are kind of holding yourself back from something that you really want to go towards. Again, I get this energy of like childlike curiosity here. So someone here could really just be holding themselves back and kind of like hiding out from something that they really want. Can we please clarify this Page of Wands and Hermit energy? Clarify the Page of Wands and Hermit energy. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Whoever I'm connecting to, I don't know if this is you or the other person you're connecting to. Holy shit, hold on. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Someone here is not taking action, because whoever this person is that's not taking action, they're having a hard time following their intuition. Someone here is definitely afraid of either their own intuition, or it's like they don't know if they can trust themselves. There's definitely a lot of like just fogginess surrounding the situation, and I feel like this kind of leads the situation to be stagnant. 6 of Swords, the Chariot. Okay, so I do see that there could be some movement here. It's like someone here is going to take a chance. Someone here is going to actually maybe pursue this situation with some action behind what they're thinking, but it's almost like going on a whim, or it's like taking a chance on something. It's almost like, well, I'm just gonna go for it, even though they might not be sure how it's going to exactly go. Because I feel like whoever this person is, or if this is you, it's like you can't see the outcome, you can't see how it's gonna go, but I'm seeing it here. Like I'm seeing, yeah, Hangman, 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I see that holding back from this situation is kind of just making things worse. So I feel like if there is action taken here, things are going to start speeding up, is kind of what I'm getting here. And I feel like that's what your spirit team is also telling you, to kind of just clarify the 7 of Swords. Ace of Swords. There's something here. It's like you guys already know the answer. 8 of Cups, Hangman, 4 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Okay, hold on a second. It's almost like someone here, or if this is you, it's like there's someone here kind of suspending themselves in this energy of disappointment, of emotional scarcity, of emotional detachment, kind of victimizing themselves, honestly. Someone is afraid that there's going to be some sort of uproar or argument in this situation. I really don't see that happening though. 2 of Cups again. I think this is like the 4th time that we see the 2 of Cups here. So I honestly do see that with this Ace of Swords clarifying the 7 of Swords. It's like the truth that you're not seeing is the actual, it's almost like you can't see the truth. You can't, it's either you know the truth and you're blocking yourself from it, or you can't see what's going to happen, but you kind of have to trust that instinct. You kind of have to trust what you feel inside to be true. I feel like this Ace of Swords is your own personal subjective truth, and I feel like you need to follow that. This is not really a situation where you can kind of like, I don't know, because I'm almost getting this energy of like someone just going back and forth on a decision, or maybe getting advice from other people, and it's confusing them even more. So I feel like this is a decision that you kind of have to make on your own. Yeah, 9 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and Judgment. I feel like you know what you need to do here. This is something that you have to decide on your own. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get messages from the Fae and nature spirits for us. Okay, so I have my mini Celtic oracle here. So we're going to get some messages first from the nature spirits, from the elementals. So earth, air, fire, water, ether, spirit, and such. Let's see what we need to know here. Yeah, it's like this whole reading kind of has the vibe of like being afraid to take a chance on something that you know to be true, or that you know like where it's going to lead you. It's almost like you could be comparing maybe your situation to other situations around you, or just getting advice from others, or just hearing others' experiences that kind of could be persuading you to not pursue something. But it's almost like you're not following your authenticity by doing that. You're not following your own personal truth. It's kind of just keeping you stuck even more. Yeah, this is definitely a situation where you kind of have to take your life by the reins and just do what you feel is best for you, not what anyone else tells you to do. Okay, so messages please from the elementals, from the nature spirits. What messages do you have for us? What messages do you have for us? Okay, first up we have Pilgrim's Peace. Really tiny, so I'm going to try to hold it up, but I'm just going to read it to you guys. Pack a bag and get away for a while. Find a way to gain perspective from higher ground. Trust your place in the great and glorious grand scheme of things. Life is a spiritual pilgrimage. Okay, that's so cool actually, because it reminds me of the 7 of Wands and 3 of Wands. Both of these cards are about gaining perspective, right? We also see carry rainforest jasper to awaken spiritual awareness. So maybe some of you guys, if you want to purchase that crystal, you can. Rainforest jasper. I've honestly never heard of it. It sounds really nice though. Maybe your local crystal shop will carry that. You can order them if you want to, but I do recommend going in person to purchase your crystals just so you can feel the energies. But yeah, I'm definitely getting this energy that the nature spirits here, they really want you to try to, if you can't afford a vacation, maybe just like overnight somewhere, or maybe just, I don't know, just turn off your phone for 24 hours or something. I don't know. There's something here about needing to, again, like not listen to other people's experiences, but trust your place in the grand scheme of things, because life is your own personal spiritual pilgrimage. Everyone's life is different, and we can't necessarily follow what other people have done, because then it wouldn't really be our lives, you know? Okay, so any other messages from the nature spirits and elementals? Someone here is definitely like getting too much information from other people, and I feel like other people's energies could really be clouding your judgment. We have trust the journey. You once wished to be where you're standing in life now. Look back and reflect on the journey you traveled, how far your heart has carried you through. Hug an oak tree and it will grant you your deepest wish. So for those of us who live by oak trees, excuse me, this coffee is like making me burp at the same burp and hiccup at the same time. Yeah, it's like you right now in this stage of your life, it's like you guys have forgotten to be compassionate with yourselves. You guys have forgotten to maybe look back on how much you changed. Maybe instead of criticizing yourself and being like, well, I'm not where I want to be yet, it's like nature is reminding you to just look back for a moment and see maybe how much you changed in the past couple months, in the past year even. There's something about your heart space being very, very resilient and pulling you through situations that maybe you didn't think you would be able to get out of. And now that you are moving out of these situations, you need to recognize that and be proud of yourself. We'll get one more message here and then we'll move on. Okay, we have Welsh wildflowers. A blade of grass is as beautiful as a petal or leaf. A tender moment is as sweet as it is brief. Carry heather flower for maturity, growth, and change. Some of you guys could be thinking about a fleeting moment that you've experienced with someone. A tender moment is as sweet as it is brief. You guys have some sort of memory of maybe something or someone that happened that was very nice in your life, like a good memory that you're never going to forget. I feel like some of you guys maybe wonder if this was like a moment passing in time, or if this was even like a real occurrence. You know, some of us, I know for me, especially those of us with very strong Neptune or strong Pisces placements, sometimes we experience things in our lives and then we go back to our normal life, or just we kind of move through life and we're like, did that even happen? Was that even real? So there's something like that coming through. There's something about if you have access to heather flower, again, I'm not sure if we have, I'm not sure if I've heard of that before, but it says carry this from maturity, growth, and change. There's something about you needing to see a situation from a different perspective. Tender moment is as sweet as it is brief. There's something here that happened in your life, maybe in your past, that really, really changed you, even if it was just a fleeting moment, even if it was just a moment in time, kind of like a very small chapter in your life. And I feel like you need to recognize that moment for what it is and what it taught you and what it showed you about yourself, because I feel like whatever situation this was for you, it really brought a lot of change to your life and it caused you to look at life very differently. So again, it's like looking back to see how much you've changed from this situation or from this person. Okay, so now we're going to get some messages from the Fae. So the Fae are the gnomes, the elves, the fairies, the pixies, the dwarves, leprechauns. Okay. Can we please get some messages from the Fae, please? What messages do you have for us collectively today? What messages do you have for us? We have the Green Man, embrace your wildness. Yeah, so again, this goes back again to following your authentic expression. Some of you guys are afraid to be who you truly are. And I feel like it's not until you embrace who you truly are, embracing all aspects of maybe your zany and unique personality, the crazy sides of you, in the sense that maybe you're very, I don't know, it's like you're very unique. Whoever I'm connecting to, you're very unique. You're very different, eclectic even. And I feel like you guys need to really embrace that side of you. Definitely. something about kind of being self-conscious about a certain side of yourself. And this could be the spiritual side. This could be the weird side. I don't know what it is, but there's something that you're afraid to kind of integrate into yourself because you're afraid that you're going to be judged for it. But I feel like this aspect of yourself is truly what makes you who you are. Any other messages for us, please? Okay, we have seed spells. Create your story. It is the most potent form of magic. Yes. So like I was saying, again, it's like it's just all coming full circle. It's like you guys need to follow your own path. You guys, it's okay to get advice from people, but it's like when we start to become fixated and obsessed in following other people's paths and the way that they did things, it kind of takes away from our own path. So there's this reminder again to just trust your own process, trust your path. Remember that everyone's story is unique. If you think of it like a book, right? We can't all write the same book. It would be boring. We wouldn't have too many books out there. There wouldn't be much literature. There wouldn't be much to learn from, and there wouldn't be different perspectives to gain from. So there's something about your personal story leaving a mark in a very special way. And that is your magic. Your magic is the way that you approach your life and the way that you write your story. So let's get one more message, please. One more message here. Okay, last one, we have keep going. Trust in yourself. You have all you need. Yep, couldn't have said it better myself. Trust in yourself. You have all that you need. Yeah. I'm definitely still getting the same energy of like not being able to trust yourself, or being self-conscious about who you are, or being self-conscious to open up, or just not trusting your own path, feeling like you need other people to tell you how to do things even. But I feel like whatever you guys are pursuing right now, whether this is a relationship, a career, your spiritual practice, it's like this is something that you can't do kind of being handheld the whole way there. It's like, yes, people can guide you, people can give you advice, but I feel like this is a journey you have to take on your own. And not to say that you have to actually walk the path alone, but this is something that you kind of need to dictate on your own. It's like you need to make the decision of where you're going, how you're going to do things, and don't deviate from that once you make that decision. You guys have to be strong enough and have enough faith to understand and to trust that you and your intuition and your guidance is all that you really need to move forward. No one knows you better than yourself, and no one, again, is going to know your connection to source better than you know your connection to source. Everyone's connection and intuition is very different, and you need to trust that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you guys. I really hope I was able to connect you in this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. And we're zooming out again. Okay, sorry about that. Bye, guys.